Hi everyone, my name's Sarah. This is a time lapse of me drawing. I wanted to film this because, well, I like to watch other people draw or paint, so I thought I would give it a try. You should see the contraption I made to film this. I have a nice camera, but I couldn't figure out a way to suspend it, so I attached my iPhone to my computer monitor using painter's tape. I know, that's so professional. And then uploading the video was another nightmare. Let's just say I will try something different if I do this again. It's not really a drawing of anything. It's almost mindless. A form of meditation and a practice on patience. This is a pen, so any mistakes I made I had to go with. It takes a lot to remain unfrustrated and continue on after you've made a mistake. It took about an hour and a half. Did you know that Albert Einstein wrote a book called Ideas and Opinions? Here's a section called Fundamentals of Theoretical Physics. Science is the attempt to make the chaotic diversity of our sense experience correspond to a logically uniform system of thought. In this system, single experiences must be correlated with a theoretic structure in such a way that the resulting coordination is unique and convincing. The sense experiences are the given subject matter, but the theory that shall interpret them is man-made. It is the result of an extremely laborious process of adaptation, hypothetical, never completely final, always subject to question and doubt. The scientific way of forming concepts differs from that which we use in our daily life, not basically, but merely in more precise definition of concepts and conclusions, more painstaking and systematic choice of experimental material, and greater logical economy. By this last, we mean the effort to reduce all concepts and correlations to as few as possible logically independent basic concepts and axioms. What we call physics comprises that group of natural sciences which base their concepts on measurements, and whose concepts and propositions lead themselves to mathematical formulation. Its realm is accordingly defined as that part of the sum total of our knowledge which is capable of being expressed in mathematical terms. With the progress of science, the realm of physics has so expanded that it seems to be limited only by the limitations of the method itself. The larger part of physical research is devoted to the development of the various branches of physics, in each of which the object is a theoretical understanding of more or less restricted fields of experience, in each of which the laws and concepts remain as closely as possible related to experience. It is this department of science, with its ever-growing specialization, which has revolutionized practical life in the last centuries, and given birth to the possibility that man may at last be freed from burden of physical toil. On the other hand, from the very beginning there has always been present the attempt to find a unifying theoretical basis for all these single sciences, consisting of a minimum of concepts and fundamental relationships, from which all the concepts and relationships of the single disciplines might be retrieved by logical process. This is what we mean by the search for a foundation of the whole of physics. The confident belief that this ultimate goal may be reached is the chief source of the passionate devotion which has always animated the researcher. It is the sense that the following observations are devoted to the foundations of physics. From what has been said, it is clear that the word foundations in this connection doesn't mean something analogous at all respect to the foundation of the building. Logically considered, of course, the various single laws of physics rest upon its foundation. But whereas a building may be seriously damaged by heavy storm or spring flood, yet its foundations remain intact. In science, the logical foundation is always the greater peril from which new experiences or new knowledge that are the branch disciplines with their closer experimental contacts. In the connection of the foundation With all the single parts lies this great significance, but likewise its greatest danger in face of any new factor. When we realize this, we are led to wonder why the so-called revolutionary epochs of the science of physics have not often and more completely changed its foundation than has actually been the case. I found his entire book extremely interesting, although some of his concepts I do not agree with. He was a solitary man disenchanted with life. I enjoyed this drawing. Overall, I think it turned out whimsically. It did take a while, and I might continue this process again, maybe not. But overall, it was interesting. I hope you guys have a good rest of your week or day. Both, really. And maybe I'll see you next time.